Welcome to NYNJPA Weather, your weather source for the Northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, I hope everyone had an excellent holiday weekend. We had Easter, we had Passover, and I believe there were a few other holidays mixed in there as well. But now we are moving into another work week, and as you can see, we have plenty of low clouds hanging around the New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area. What we have in place here is a stationary front that is basically cutting through southern Pennsylvania and then moving through central New Jersey. This stationary front is starting to lift north as a warm front once again. You can see the clearing skies already developing over southern New Jersey. This is as of the 9:30 a.m. visible satellite picture. And as this stationary front continues to lift north, the scattered showers associated with this front will lift north as well, and skies will clear. And when those skies clear, temperatures are going to skyrocket this afternoon into the 70s, possibly lower 80s. In fact, portions of southern New Jersey as of 9 a.m. were already in the lower 70s. So we're looking at a very warm day once this stationary front lifts north. This is our surface map as of 9 a.m. and as you can see, our stationary front is hanging around the northern mid-Atlantic and cuts back towards the Ohio Valley and down towards the southern plains. Now, what I'm expecting is that this stationary front will lift north by this afternoon. As a result, the entire northern mid-Atlantic will be within a very warm, unstable, and humid air mass for this time of year. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 60s over portions of the New York City metropolitan area because it's going to take a little bit longer to clear these clouds out. But if you're in the Philadelphia metropolitan area or in the southern two-thirds of New Jersey, do not be surprised if you see temperatures in the lower 80s this afternoon with dew points in the 60s. Now, with this type of unstable air mass, there is a threat for showers and thunderstorms. For now, I don't think that these thunderstorms will be severe because all of the best dynamics and lifting are well to the west over the upper Midwest, the Ohio Valley, and back towards the southern plains. That's where we're having a very strong disturbance diving into the Red River Valley around Oklahoma that will shoot northeast towards the Great Lakes. So because of the nature of this air mass, there will be a threat for thunderstorms, but I do not think we're going to see the bulk of the severe weather that will likely develop further south and west. This is the GFS model guidance for tomorrow afternoon. Now, the great thing is that all of the models, for the most part, generally agree with the overall aspect of this pattern. There are a few differences because of some mesoscale influences, like where thunderstorms will develop, outflow boundaries, and features of that sort, but that's all going to have to be nowcasted. The overall idea is pretty much the same, which is basically the warm front's going to remain well to the north in the northern mid-Atlantic. The New York City and Philadelphia metropolitan area will be well within a warm air mass that is going to be rather unstable. In the morning, look for clouds and fog for the most part, but once that fog lifts, temperatures jump up into the 70s and lower 80s, and as a result, because of the instability of the atmosphere, any disturbance that happens to be moving through the region will be able to spark off a few showers and strong to severe thunderstorms. These thunderstorms will feature, for the most part, very heavy rainfall and wind gusts over 50 miles per hour. Now, I think the primary threat here when it comes to severe weather is not so much the strong winds or even the hail or even lightning, but really is the heavy rain. Remember, the entire northern mid-Atlantic is well above normal for rainfall for this time of year, and the rivers are already significantly stressed with all of this rainfall. So any type of heavy downpour will create flash flooding and pretty much without even much notice. Remember, you don't have to have heavy rain over your location to have a threat for flash flooding as that water works down the river basin. So just be aware of that and stay on guard, especially if you live around the Passaic River, the Raritan River, and locations of that sort. By Wednesday afternoon, we're pretty much looking at the same pattern as what we're going to see for tomorrow. Warm front well to the north, the northern mid-Atlantic remaining in a very unstable and warm air mass. Again, temperatures will remain well above normal on Wednesday afternoon. Notice our cold front really hasn't moved much further west, and that's because all the upper level dynamics and upper level low is situated and sitting over the central and northern plains. And until the upper level low associated with this cold front starts to lift northeast towards southeast Canada and the St. Lawrence River Valley, this cold front will not really move all that much to the east. However, by Thursday afternoon, our cold front will be right on the doorstep of the Philadelphia metropolitan area. Now, I think the GFS is a little bit too fast with this cold front. Timing is going to be extremely important as far as when this cold front moves through in relation to severe weather. Some model guidance has this cold front moving through on Thursday morning, which would mean that the air mass is a little bit more stable in nature and that the potential for severe weather is a little bit less. However, this cold front holds off until, let's say, 3-4 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday. Then we're looking at a far more unstable air mass and a greater potential for severe weather. So we're going to have to keep an eye on exactly when this cold front moves through and the type of dynamics that sets up ahead of this cold front when it does move through. But I think the best chance for severe weather for the northern Mid-Atlantic is going to be on Thursday with this cold front passage. By Friday afternoon, the cold front is well off the coast. High pressure that's over the southeast and Gulf Coast will be taking control. However, we're still going to have to deal with a few weak disturbances. Now, I'm expecting Friday to remain generally dry, but I can't rule out an isolated shower, especially if you're over Connecticut or parts of the Hudson Valley. Otherwise, I'm expecting dry conditions with temperatures near to slightly above normal in the 60s to lower 70s. Overall, not a bad way to end the week. And so far, this weekend is shaping up to be excellent with high pressure in control. The high pressure system is going to be off the southeast coast, which means we're going to start to develop a southwesterly flow, and that's going to allow temperatures to warm up into the upper 60s to mid 70s throughout the northern Mid-Atlantic. But the point here is that skies will be clear and conditions will be dry. It's going to be a perfect day on Saturday for any type of outdoor activities. Now, by Sunday, we're going to have to keep an eye on the speed of this cold front once again. I'm thinking right now that this cold front is going to hold off until much of the day on Sunday, likely starting to impact the northern Mid-Atlantic late on Sunday evening. And the reason why is because a lot of the model guidance is really strengthening this high pressure system off the southeast coast. And that usually is an indication of a slower cold front passage. So what I'm expecting is that this cold front will hold off until late Sunday night. And Sunday is going to be a very warm day, but a dry day, with temperatures likely in the lower to mid 70s over parts of the Delaware River Valley, upper 60s throughout the rest of the region, and increasing humidity. But overall, a very nice day for Sunday and an excellent weekend on the way after this turbulent week. Thank you for trusting in NYNJPA Weather as your weather source for the northern Mid-Atlantic. I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Have an excellent day.